Okay, so Mr. Sherrill, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We have already done probable cause. I found probable cause to go forward with your case. We set a bond. He's made the bond or no?
Yes, he has.
You've made the bond.
Yes.
Okay. So I am entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Ms. Taylor as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? They're not currently together now?
No.
Okay, great. So there's just no,
So,
I don't want to talk about the case.
no, it's not. She still like communicates with like my family and my friends. Like I don't even live here, and it's events coming like my best friend's wedding. I'm going to the wedding, but she's trying to come. So how do I have
Got to be careful, you know? You're not to have any contact with her, you know?
Sounds like she's using, I don't know if she knows there's a restraining or a protection
She
order.
is using, the officer was a personal friend, so that's why.
Okay, well,
So this merely says that you can't go to or near her residence, right? Where she lives, where she works. Don't have any contact with her. The problem is that there's a lot of vindictive people in this life. You know, if you go to the same place that she is and you end up bumping into each other and she says something to you, you know, it's a recipe for disaster. So you have to be very careful. If you go to this wedding and she's there, it's like a ticking.
Pause right here because this is not a suggestion. This is a legal landmine. When a judge issues a protection order, intent doesn't matter anymore. Accidentally running into her, someone else inviting both of you, even silence in the same room, none of that saves you. One accusation equals a new charge. One new charge equals jail. And notice what the judge is really saying. Your freedom now depends on distance. Question for you. If you were in his shoes, would you skip the wedding or risk everything to show up?
Time bomb. So you need to be just very careful because I don't know, you know, what kind of person she is. If she's that type of person, you got to be very careful because there are a lot of people that will call them and say, hey, this happened, when it's just not true. And if it does, they issue the warrant and then it's up to you now. You pick up another charge. So just be careful, you know? All I want is just you not to have any contact with her. Don't be in possession of weapons. As long as you can do that, we're cool. I'm going to waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court here as well. Just stay in touch with counsel and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court here. So you don't have to come back and forth every single court date. Just stay in contact and he'll let you know if and when you have to come back.
I appreciate it.
Do you have any questions?
I guess so.
You live in Baltimore, right? Okay. So for now, what I'm gonna have to do is I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat in the juror box. We'll get your bond conditions, I'll have you sign it, and after that, you're free to go. Okay? Hi, Anna.
Good morning, Judge. Hi, privilege.
Yeah.
I've got a couple to talk to you about this morning.
You do the easy ones first?
Well, whenever I have to talk to you, Judge, they're never easy.
That's not true.
Fair enough, fair. But these,
I know. Okay.
the first one is going to be Wilson Keonje. Start with the less difficult.
Okay.
Can we hear PC on this one?
Is it, you say Keontae? Keonjae?
Keontae.
Okay, yeah, of course.
On February 6, 2025, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to an assault at Provision High School. Law enforcement officer arrived and observed 15 to 20 students fighting each other and struggling with staff members and security guards. The law enforcement officer retained a number of students. After seeing mostly calmed down, the female was struggling and fighting against male students to run out onto the floor and rejoin the fight. The law enforcement officer approached the males and told the female students' hands behind their back. The law enforcement officer got closer. The defendant turned towards the law enforcement officer, put his arms up to stop the law enforcement officer's progress towards the female and said, no, no, no. The law enforcement officer grabbed the defendant's shirt and told him not to interfere or he'd be taken to jail. The defendant replied, I will, and remained in the law enforcement officer's path. The law enforcement officer handcuffed the defendant and ordered him to get on the ground and began pushing the defendant towards the ground and told him to get on the ground again. The defendant remained on his knees, pushing up against being pushed. The law enforcement officer pushed the defendant down towards the wall A defendant pushed up, causing the law enforcement officer to fall to the ground. The defendant righted herself before continuing to struggle with the defendant to get him to the ground. I believe that's a typo. The law enforcement officer righted themselves.
So there's a fight.
Yes, Your Honor.
The officer is asking him to move, get out of the way, so he can do whatever he needs to get done, and he just refuses to get out of the way.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anna?
So it sounds like the interference is my client doing this.
He's impeding the path of where he's trying to go or what he's trying to do,
Okay.
right? I mean,
That's what I have, Your Honor.
is there a body cam on this?
It looks like we do have a significant amount of video.
You seen the body cam? Does it show that?
I have not watched them all because it's quite a bit, Judge.
Okay.
But
You remember, it's a low burden,
I understand.
probable cause, and he's, the officer says, hey, move, man, I gotta get this stuff done. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna move, I'm gonna stay here, just, I mean, I get it's just standing there, but,
Okay,
so look at the video. If you see something different, let me know.
okay. The next one I have to talk to you about is Torrance.
Come up, Ms. Torrance.
I've spoken with the state. And so there's kind of a couple of things going on. I'm assuming you want to do the BVR first. I've spoken with the state. We are going to ask for a hearing. I'll let the state speak for themselves because
Your Honor, we do not have any toxicology back. We have blood alcohol report, but that is not the toxicology report.
Well, talking about the bond violation
Bond
report.
violation, I apologize.
It's okay.
I apologize.
I don't think the state is prepared to have the hearing today.
This is courtroom chess. The state says she violated bond. The defense says prove it with a real witness, not just paperwork. And here's the key part. Bond hearings still follow rules of evidence. Hearsay can't be the whole case. But don't get it twisted. The judge absolutely believes something is wrong. So instead of letting her walk, he orders immediate testing, which is basically saying, you might dodge today, but you're not dodging accountability. Question: should judges be able to hold people on tech reports alone, or should live testimony always be required?
But
I've got bond violations. The Scram device has confirmed alcohol consumption violations on 3/15/25 at 1:51 p.m., 3/23 at 7:14. Confirmation was received 3/25/25 by the analyst, and it's a third bond violation.
I understand, Judge, but those,
Let her go.
the rules of evidence apply at a bond hearing, and we need somebody with personal knowledge or somehow to get around that hearsay to do the hearing, and I don't think the state's prepared to do that today.
We do not have anyone here to do that today, Your Honor. I apologize.
Hey, who do we need? What Scram analyst do we need to get down here? So we can, right, so they can testify that what's in the BVR. I'm sending her now for a drug and alcohol test right now as well.
I'm going to send her for the test now.
Right now.
Okay. Okay. Have a seat, and then once they put the order in, we'll have you go over there. Okay.
She can have over recorded during.
Okay. Okay. You go over to 41 San Jacinto? Okay.
And then Anthony, do you see, who do we have that can come?
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna get
mind?
the name and.
Yeah, okay,
We'll
get it. I'm gonna try to get it today. Okay, who else?
And then, well, so the secondary issue, on Ms. Torrance is we have gotten the alcohol report back. They sent the, blood off to get analyzed for toxicology.
Oh, Lord, did you just send the blood on?
Well, and Judge, if,
No,
Verify when that.
this case is 233 days old and we have violation after violation. I'm not waiting anymore. She's way too much drama for me and I'm ready to set this thing for trial. I'm not doing it anymore.
For the courts, I did email the person on that side, just got a response. Toxicology analysis still in process, pending completion, is likely require some time for the lab board to proceed.
Did you just send them?
No. We've been sending follow-ups. This was like a last Hail Mary attempt of, do we have it or do we not? They still have it.
Do you have other things to go on regardless?
I think we
You
have.
know?
Spoke with defense counsel. There is, from a proper, there was alcohol in the system.
Well, look, it doesn't matter to me, however you guys want to do it, but to me, way too much drama. I'm setting this case for trial. That's it, you know, because
Yeah, and he has laid an offer, I just,
I need to talk to her about the offer. If it's not moving anywhere,
okay.
I'm setting it today.
Okay,
Way
and-
too much drama.
Just to remind the court, when I was here last time, you gave them 30 days and said if they didn't have the report, that it wasn't coming.
Okay,
I understand the state has to do its job.
so can you take a look and then, you know, take a look
Absolutely.
and then let's go. But yeah, I'm ready. Hi, Maverick. How are you, man?
Good, you?
Sorry to bring you down here.
No, it's good.
Is your client here?
He is. Should we bring him
Come
up?
up.
I did speak to pretrial and they did confirm that they are kind of in the mistake. We didn't not comply. This is because we did come here to court on a Monday, 4/7. And when you were here, you already knew his results
Last meeting.
of Bennett.
Okay.
And so you already knew his results and you told him, look, I already know your results. There's no use to test him on Thursday. Because he was on a Monday, Thursday at the time. Let's switch him to once a week. We can't tell him when he would be tested next week, but you know, which day, but sometime next week he'll be tested. So on Thursday, they of course call him and he's like, okay, I already was told not to do it. And then he did not go. And so it put him in the system as a BVR. When he was, in his opinion, following directions.
Okay, I'm gonna send him now, I
That's
guess.
fine. And they even said.
As long as you're
today.
clean, I'm happy. I just don't want anything in your system, especially oxy. You know, that's all I want. I'm not asking for much, you know? We'll send him for a test now. Hopefully he's clean. If so, everybody's happy. I won't ding him on this. You know, if he's dirty, I don't know what we're gonna do. So let's do this, because it's gonna take a while and I know how busy you are. Leave me your cell phone.
I'm trying court 3 all day today.
But I can text you, so that way you don't, you know, don't say it.
Okay.
I'm here. If you write down your cell phone, please, and then I'll text you. All right, just take a seat for me. We're gonna send you here momentarily, Mr. Ben. Hi. Hi,
Lacey Johnson, Mental Health Division Judge. How are you?
great to see you. What's new?
Well, you know, just trying to do some more work in misdemeanor. And if you haven't heard, we are supposed to be having full-time misdemeanor mental health prosecutors coming online in the next couple months. So we're very excited about that.
That's exciting.
But in the
No.
meantime, we're trying to,
Guys that you have now are great. They're
I-
just so understanding and great.
yeah, well, I
Hey.
think there's a lot of things we can do to help in misdemeanor court. And so that's what I'm here to hopefully do today. On Mr. I beg your pardon if I'm butchering his name, El Majzoub.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's correct.
he is on docket today. I can give you a case number if you
See
need
him
it.
in
Yes,
custody?
he's in custody.
Are you handling just mental health? No.
Yes, I'm handling just mental
Is
health.
that recent?
Lori and I are just handling mental health.
But is that recent or no?
No, since I've been here, I've just been in with mental health.
Okay, what was the cause number?
So his first cause number is 255-6958.
And that's the document that I filed. It was the agreed stipulation of evidence. That's what we filed.
And so I got a notice that she had filed for a motion for competency exam. I took a look at the cases. This gentleman has been through competency restoration services before and has a well-documented mental health history. And so I told her, rather than waiting for an exam, which I feel fairly confident I know the outcome of, I will agree to stipulate that he is incompetent so that we can go ahead and get
Great.
the services started. So what we're asking you to do today is to sign the stipulation of evidence. Sign your regular order that you would for competency restoration services.
Yeah.
And then if you could also enter the order for clinical assessment for outpatient or jail-based competency restoration. So if we can see if either of those options would be appropriate for him.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you,
great.
Judge.
Yeah, just, you mind putting it in the queue on, it's on Elma Zoop. Page 32? Yeah, 31 and 32. Yeah. So everything's been already filed, right? So he just put it in the queue?
So
Right?
the two orders are ones that should be in your order database, but I'm happy to confirm that those are the right ones once they've been pulled up
I don't
for you.
know, I don't,
It's
We
usually,
can take it.
yeah.
I don't usually file it.
No, it's usually should come from the clerks have it in their database.
Yeah, that's one of the documents
Okay.
that
The other
needs to be signed.
So the order for competency restoration, and I can give you the statute if you need it. And then I can show you the other one, but it's called Order for Clinical Assessment for Outpatient or Jail-Based Competency Restoration.
That one. We'll get it. We'll get it, but it might take a
And I
second.
can show it.
Let's show them.
Okay, as soon as I get it, we'll sign it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Judge. And
Do
then
me a favor though, do you mind maybe like email all three? Hi, come on. Yes, please. Hi, good morning.
Here on Javier Marin this morning,
Okay,
and I spoke with the chief. There was a mistake about it being a DWI second. In fact, the DWI first that they thought was the issue was actually reduced to a reckless driving charge. And so this is actually just a true DWI first. And the chief has made a time served offer today that I
wait
believe
a
like
second. Can you run his NCSC, please? Because usually it's a DWI and they might reduce it to an obstruction or a reckless, but it's a DWI. Right? And the thing is that the last thing I want is for him to wrap his car around a pole because he continues to get proverbial slaps on the wrist, you know?
And then at this point, that's all you need to. Okay. So when you send these stuff together for the outpatient or jail-based programs, they'll send us back a report and if,
Sure.
he's admitted to either of those programs.
So we did submit a PTI litigation packet for him as well, just under the assumption that.
I mean, that's up to you guys. The problem is it's 190 days old, right? That's should have been like a long time ago, right?
Yes, it's really.
Let me know if you need to come back. Otherwise, maybe you want to check in and.
They filed it as a second, and I'll tell you, let me look at the information.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah, it looks like he was convicted of a DWI in Lawton, Comanche County, Oklahoma in '01.
Laura?
Yes, Your Honor, it was. There was a DUI. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to decide.
Take your time, there's no rush.
And like I said, it looks like that way, right, driving, but the DUI was dismissed. That's.
It was reduced and wasn't dismissed.
It says dismissed, I think, there's no language on the NCIC.
So it's a dismiss and then at the same time, a reckless?
Says, dismisses level one, guilty, and then a guilty plea for a traffic offense. Then for the municipal prosecutor, Walsh. And then in June, so I'm not sure, it might have just been dismissed. Was it, how do you think that you
It's from the attorney of record. He said that he was speaking with Abigail Balance. From my understanding, the previous introduced a reckless driving equivalent from Oklahoma, and then she wrote back.
I'm sorry, the NCIC just doesn't clear exactly how that transaction.
Yeah, it's not an US second, it truly is not. It is, we got
It's
to.
reduced from it was,
I don't really have a no ball. But it is not that DWI. That is.
was it a deal that got reduced to a reckless or an obstruction?
Alright, there you go. You're free to go.
Well, JNS higher. So I misspoke, Your Honor. We did not get a JNS back because there is no JNS from Oklahoma. Only thing I can see was there was a DWI charge, no information on it. It's hard for me to track, but there are no DWI convictions. So it's hard for me to track to see if that charge that we have that we don't need the JNS on, was the one that was.
They usually don't file it, just,
Right, because it was in Class C.
Or well, this is all, so it's different. They're the equivalent of Class C here.
what do you
It's at
want?
left of
One time
center.
serve?
We would like to give that offer to our client today because
I mean, we got to do something today. It's 190 days old.
it's today, but
Oh, it's waived.
could have it coming on the next setting.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll set you off a week. Okay, have your client come in so we can take care of it. You know, I'm okay with just, can you go ahead and do the reduction now? How do we,
So, yes, Your Honor, so what I can do is I could, because we're reducing it, I'll basically, I can run the complete paperwork, Your Honor, we are changing,
we'll need the new NCIC regardless, right?
I'm sorry.
We'll need the new NCIC regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the NCIC by heart? On
In
the
Your Honor,
first?
the offer we've made, it's within the consent. It's
Okay.
within Class B.
Is it above a 0.15 or not? Okay, so yeah, if you want it, I'm okay with it.
Judge, and also we did apply for PTI. I don't know if that might still be on the table.
Do you know, have you turned in? Have you turned it in?
And as of yesterday, yes.
Oh, as of yesterday.
As of yesterday, Judge.
Do you see that it's been turned in?
So we submitted it to,
So regardless, I mean, do you want the PTI? Is that what you want?
my client would really like that. He would.
So go that avenue and we'll see if they are, down. Have you filed mitigation paperwork explaining to them that it's not a second though?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, great. Because they need to know, because they're gonna automatically refuse you if they think it's a second.
That was my whole love before I made this. But once I saw it, and I can tell you, Your Honor, the conviction is for passing on.
Okay. I just want to confirm that you have the image.
I don't know that.
It was sent to Lindsay Tizard
Oh, no. That's, okay.
and Flo Dufolacon.
So let me.
You guys get together. I'll give you a week to 2 weeks to get the response and we'll go from there. Yeah.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
2 weeks. They're filing the PTI today.
Okay.
Mr. Hernandez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 1 year in jail. This is to be probated for 15 months. As part of this agreement, you will do a DWI repeat offender education class. You will do 2 victim impact panels. You will do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them, including substance abuse treatment. No drugs, alcohol, no breath test refusal. If you are pulled over while on this probation and an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. 40 hours of community service. Do you have any children, sir? Do you have any children? $100 one-time donation.
This is a courtroom reality check. 2 DWIs doesn't mean bad luck. It means the system now sees a pattern, and once you're labeled high risk, every future stop, every smell of alcohol, every traffic contact becomes a felony gateway. That's why the judge isn't yelling for drama. He's trying to scare him straight before prison does it permanently. Final question. Do harsh warnings like this actually stop repeat offenders? Or does real change only happen after someone loses everything?
To the Houston Food Bank. Three days in Harris County Jail as a condition to begin May 9th. You are way too young to have 2 DWIs going on your record now. This is a damn shame. And the reason is because you will probably be driving for the next 50 years. The problem is that are you going to remember this in 20 years? Are you going to remember this in 30 years? Look at me. What happens if you pick up another DWI? No. No. Prison. You're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary if you ever pick up another DWI. And you don't have to be sloppy, falling down drunk for you to get another one. Just the mere smell in and of itself. When they look at you and they look at your record, they're going to make assumptions. If it walks like a duck, and it talks like a duck, somehow I have to get a hold of your attention so that you understand that we mean business, that it's unacceptable for this to continue to happen. I'm now going to hit you with a surcharge of $4,500 that you will be required to pay. And if you don't pay it, every $100 that you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand? We will give you a sufficient amount of time to pay, but if you start clowning, you pick up another case, you consume alcohol. If you pick up another DWI, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. We will have a hearing, and you're looking at an entire year in jail. Do you understand? I hope that you don't pick up a felony, but the problem is that time heals wounds. In 30 years, you will have forgotten about this, but the law never forgets. So you go out on a date, you win the lottery, whatever. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You also give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this until you're done, you complete it, or if it gets revoked. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. So the total fine that he will owe is the $4,500, and how much a court costs?
The 4,500 plus the 410. So
So-
4,900.
You will owe now $4,910. We will give you at least 2 years to pay. If you need more time to pay, we can give it to you. If you have any problems while you're on this probation, you can come back and talk to us. She's an extraordinary person, always willing to help. It's not about, the worst possible thing you can do is just take off. Issues come back, we can always work through anything. I am now required to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for 1 year. Do not drive. You understand? You get popped driving, it's not going to go well for you. You understand? Okay, man. Good luck.
Your Honor, one
Oh,
additional,
yes.
I'm sorry, Judge. One additional thing.
Talk to me.
Mr. Hernandez has had a breathalyzer in his vehicle for the past 7 months. He's been in compliance the whole time. Does he have to keep that in the vehicle?
So I'm suspending his license, Joseph. I'm suspending it for a year. So what we'll do is we'll take it off now. Once he gets his portable device, he's got to get the portable device first.
All right.
Okay? You need to understand that every officer in this state knows that you're not allowed to drive unless you have an ignition interlock in your car. You get pulled over and you don't have an interlock in your car, they will arrest you and put you in jail. And then we file a motion to revoke. So don't attempt to drive. Find another way around. Do you understand? I know it's a hardship, but somehow, Mr. Hernandez, we got to get a hold of your attention Look at the news. Every day someone dies in our county. Hopefully this is the last of it. Good luck. Waive all his fees as far as supervision. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good luck, Mr. Daniels. Hi.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Joseph.
You're welcome.
Take care, man.
You too.
Okay. Hi.
But, well, this
Okay.
one's Butler.
So what'd you find?
Yes, I spoke to his sister, Dorisha, and she confirmed that she can pick him up once he's released and that he can stay with her for as long as he needs. And keep an eye on him to make sure he stays out of trouble.
Yeah, I'm putting a monitor on him so we know where he is. Okay. Do you mind bringing Mr. Butler out? Yes.
I did request if she can come this morning, but she had to take her kids to school. So she.
So, but it takes time to get out anyways. So it takes, can we do release instructions to a particular person?
Can I do?
How do we do that?
So if they're in jail and we're trying to release them to a certain facility or person,
No, to a person.
we can do that.
We can do- Say it again.
Either the state or defense will have to file.
So there's a motion that you can file that he gets released to that person.
Okay.
I don't know how we get it though. I don't know.
I
how
have
we
a
get it.
copy of one.
So that way we can put her
But it
name
was
on
for
it.
a facility, so I need to check.
That's okay. I mean, we can somehow,
We accept those formats, just you'll have to edit it to address the certain.
put her name on it so we know. Because I'm not gonna hope that they actually, but this way we know that he's actually released to this person. And we got him on so we know where he is at all times.
Oh my God.
Probably release instructions too.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That would be great.
You are so very lucky that she's worked so diligently to find a place for you to go to. Who is it that is willing to take him in? It's sister?
The sister, Dorisha.
Your sister is willing to take you. I don't want you out on the street. This is the only chance that I'm going to give you to do what is right. Go to your sister's house, stay there, and try to find a job if you can. You have to remember, you're in her house, so you have to follow her rules. If she gets upset, if she asks you to do something, be nice, do it. Because if you make her upset, do you think she's going to want to keep you there? If she kicks you out, I'm going to keep you. I don't want you roaming the streets. Do you understand? I will have a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. And I'm also, so curfew as well, so he's not out in the middle of the night. We are filing an order so that she is the only one that can pick you up and take you back to the house. So you have a place to go to. This is the only chance that you have to do what's right, Mr. Butler. Can you get it done?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to play games. So if you just take off and start roaming the streets and take off, I warrant issues, and I'm not going to do this again. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Can you do this?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Thank
All right,
you.
Stacey.
I'll file it this morning as soon as I'm done.
Sure, thanks.
Thank you. And I'll be back for Mr. Ramos,
Let him know that his curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m.
9 p.m. to 6
And
a.m.
then he's got to stay at the house. Do you think he can work?
No,
Do you think he can work?
Oh, it can work?
Do you think he can work?
So I'm gonna tell him about the microphone and then officer social worker.
Ah, wonderful.
And
Yes,
like.
that's a great
give him a
idea.
list. I think I got it from your report here on that.
Great. No, that's a wonderful idea. Let's have him talk to social workers so we can figure out what's going on in his life to try to get him a job or even an ID if he doesn't have one. Yeah, wonderful. Great.
And Your Honor, if I may, I did a little bit of research on the school that he's attending. And it's to help students who are low risk of not graduating. He has been enrolled since October 2024. I do have a copy of his courses if you would like to take a look at them.
I guess, yeah. My main concern is him, number one, not going to prison. Number two, messing with the wrong person and they shoot him dead. Every other week, you hear of people going after a car. They mess with the wrong person. That person has a gun and they shoot him in the back. It happens all the time. And my fear is that he goes out and picks up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th case. My feeling is that home confinement is the only way that we can protect the community and at the same time prevent him from picking up any more cases.
Más casos.
He's got 5 open felonies and they're serious, serious cases.
Los muy serios.
Do you work? No, do you work?
Yes.
What is your work schedule?
Es horario de trabajo.
No, pues yo pido permiso por
¿Qué es su horario de trabajo?
dentro a las 10,
I go in at 10
a las 6 de la tarde.
and I get off at 6 p.m.
So you work every day?
¿Vas todos los días?
No, descanso un día.
I rest one day.
So who's going to take him to school?
¿Quién lo va a llevar a la escuela?
Pues yo ya hablé con el señor del trabajo.
I already spoken to the man at my job.
Ajá.
So you're not taking him to school?
Sí,
Usted
yo
no
lo,
lo hace.
yo lo llevo, yo ya
I
hablé
take
con
him.
él.
I take him. I already spoke to him.
Ya después me voy para el
And
trabajo.
then I'll go to work.
I don't know if I believe that. I mean, I don't,
Sí, sí.
you're telling me you work every day.
Sí, pero yo, como le vuelvo a decir, yo ya hablé, yo
I'll, like I tell you again, I've already spoken.
¿Mm?
¿Con quién hablo?
con el patrón de mi
My
trabajo.
boss at my job.
I would only let him go to school if I know that you're taking him.
Él no vaya.
I don't want other people to take him.
No quiero que otras personas
I
lo
don't
lleven.
trust other people to do the right thing. So if I find that other people are taking him, I'm going to put him in jail.
Están llevando a la escuela.
I want to make sure that if he's going to school, he's actually going to school and going nowhere else.
Ningún otro lugar.
I'm putting a GPS monitor on him and we are marking the streets that he needs to take to go to school. So if he's not on that exact street and he deviates from it, the GPS will ding and I'm going to bring him back to court and we will have a hearing as to whether I'm going to revoke his bond. His bond is set at 10,004 now.
La fianza es de 10,000.
If it gets revoked, it's going to go extremely high with his 5 open felonies and now he's on probation for our case. You were telling me that you're going to take him.
¿Usted lo va a llevar?
Sí.
Yes.
What hours did you want?
Él entra a las 7. Lo más tarde que él tiene que estar en la escuela es a las 8.
Okay.
The latest he can go in is at 8 a.m. Y lo más tarde que él llega a la casa a las 1:20. Por 1:20.
Okay.
And he gets at home like at 1:20, so classes from like 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
How many days a week?
¿Qué tantos días?
Él va de lunes a viernes.
Monday through
I thought
Friday.
you told me it was a 4-hour window that he needed to go to school, right? The felony says 4 hours.
It's like
La felonía
1:35
dice-
PM to 7:25 AM, something like that. Would be when he needs to be back in the house, yeah.
Around
Like he cannot go anywhere prior to 7:25 AM and he needs to be home by
Pues
1:35
él
PM.
tiene que estar en la casa
That's
para
what that allows him to
45.
walk into classes. that's
Dice
all.
así, él puede ir a los cursos.
Saturdays and Sundays, you must stay home.
Sábados tiene que
You
estar en
want to
su
go
casa.
out.
No puede salir.
I have a monitor, so I know where you are at all times.
Yo voy a saber
You ever
dónde-
test positive for anything illegal, your bond, do you understand me? The only thing that you're allowed to do is go to school and that's it. I don't want you to go to HEB. I don't want you to go to JCPenney. I don't want you to go to GameStop. Do you understand me? Nowhere else. You deviate one iota, it will not go well. We need to know the exact street that you're taking to get to school and get back. You understand? Okay. All right, Stacey, that's it. Okay.
So that's all I have for today.
Thanks.
Have a great weekend. Happy holidays.
Si sale del área, no puedes pagar también la tienda. Cuando se lo compras en la escuela, tiene que ir directamente para casa, no la tienda, no. Porque se sale,